And welcome to From the Pit, where we talk about everything from Jigglyclo deathcore to fucking doot metal. I'm your host, as always, Ron Thompson. We have
Frank,
Mikey,
Phil,
and let's jump right into it. So, I think first off, we got some brutal news.
of course.
So the Foo Fighters responded to a Westboro Baptist rally by Rick-rolling them. It was hilarious. Check it out. There's videos.
hopped in a truck and blasted Rick Astley at them.
It's beautiful.
It's the second time they've done that to Westboro Baptist Church.
I feel like they should make it like an annual thing to just like troll the shit out of these people.
I think it's just them getting back at them the only way that they really can.
You know,
is like it's non-violent. It's you know,
fucking hilarious.
It's drowning out their sounds.
Yeah, totally. Like and it just furthers the Foo Fighters in that whole chain of just like these are some of the greatest fucking musicians to have ever been given money.
Yeah, they're awesome dudes.
Know?
I love Dave Grohl.
Definitely.
So, Converge is going to be releasing 1,000 Miles Between Us in November.
That's a DVD release?
Yes. Yeah. Very excited for that. Anything new from Converge is always...
DVD? I think my first introduction to them was a DVD they put out in like 2000 or something.
Oh boy.
And it was just the most vicious collection of pits I've ever seen. So Century bought Sony.
Reverse, other way around.
Yes.
Sony bought Century Media.
For 17 mil.
Wow.
Which is a little concerning for bands like Deicide, who I can't imagine Sony's going to necessarily want anything to do with.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on whether they decide to turn it into a Sony thing or just make the money off of letting them do what they've been doing, could be a good or bad thing.
So we've got to hope for that and hope they don't go for the other acts such as Butcher Babies.
Oh,
they on
boy.
Century Media?
Yes.
Oh.
You don't like them?
You know.
Do we need to kick you out of the table right now?
Weakest link.
Oh.
Dude, they're so not good.
Yeah. Should we even
boy.
mention what they're doing?
No,
I mean,
no.
Busty chicks in makeup.
I mean, it sells.
Everyone
It
knows
sells.
that.
I mean, it does. It does a thing. They're the ones. They're doing a video for each song.
Yes.
On-
Following in the very recent vein of Cataclysm, another shitty metal band. So fucking
We have very
egotistical.
defined tastes at this table.
Ah, boy.
But yeah, no. Honestly, music aside, I think it's always a cool idea to the whole like video per song. It's a cool idea. The execution, yeah, who knows? Like, but the idea of like trying to add some kind of continuity of your album, giving each song like a visual to go along with it. I don't see anything wrong with that, and especially when you consider the fact that half of the Butcher Babies act is their fucking visuals.
Well, what I was going to say is, see, what you're saying, though, would be I'd like artists to do that.
All right, too much time on the Butcher Babies.
Yeah, we're getting
Let's
political
move the fuck
now.
on. That's enough for an entire show, like, for the rest of the time we're doing this forever.
Oh, boy.
What else is happening?
You want to catch this one?
Oh, the Deftones have not quite officially stated that they're releasing a new album in possibly November or December.
Give me more Deftones.
You told them not to quote him on that, and they quoted him on that. So we can hope that there's new Deftones sometime in the next couple months.
Is hot off the press, covering some new releases or potentially new releases. As we've already mentioned, Converge is going to put their DVD out in November.
That's a definite. Very
excited about that.
Yeah. Right now, I'm sorry, but right now my noodle's actually really jazzed because Coheed, their album's coming out in October, so that's not too far away.
Pretty relevant too.
Oh my God, it's relevant.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm not the biggest Coheed fan, but I always like to hear what they do, and I'm excited to hear a non-concept album from them.
Exactly, it's really cool. They released their single last month. You Got Spirit Kid, and it's Coheed. It's a little more cheery, I guess, than what we're used to as far as like a Coheed single, but it's still very Coheed. It's very like their sound, and I'm
Yeah.
really excited. Well, the thing that always excites me about Coheed is sometimes like they'll have little interludes in between songs that are like, at least with the storyline, it'll give you some little information on this, that, and the third, but they're still really musical bits. And at the end of You Got Spirit Kid, it breaks down into this like weird kind of haunting blues thing. I'm like, what the fuck does that turn into? Where do you go with that? Like,
Okay.
I don't know. Coheed is a very,
See,
they mean a lot to
I
me.
want to speculate that they might be incapable of not just putting out one giant song. Which is fine. It's just, let's see. We'll
They're
see.
going to write a song about, like, he's going to write the story of his life as opposed to just
This
like.
is how we wrote this song.
Yeah.
This song.
I ain't shit. That's what Pink Floyd did.
Yeah, no,
And every prog rock band ever.
for real.
so.
Like, but I mean, it's been a long time coming with Coheed because they're like, this is going to be their 9th studio album, and it's their first one that has nothing to do with Amory Wars.
I can't believe they have that many fucking albums.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like they're still brand new.
Right? Right?
Oh, we're getting old.
Feels like just a few years ago they were Shibuti and nobody gave a fuck about them. But I can go on about Coheed. Back to that.
So this week, fuck the facts. Released Desire Will Rot.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing's up for streaming. By the time you guys see this, the album will be out.
Yes.
They're fucking awesome. I don't even...
Whether it needs to be mentioned or not, I've listened to Mirker's album M like 10 times since our last episode. It's ridiculous.
I highly recommend it through poor speakers.
I don't feel like Mirka's
Motherfucker.
that type of black metal.
It sounded good.
I turned on. We have this big system right over here. We were listening to it through, and yeah, we were jamming to it. But as soon as I cut the lows off for Frank, then he was really enjoying it.
Oh boy.
Well, because originally you were playing it through a little
A little portable speaker.
that connects to your phone.
Yep.
And I was like,
I
I
put it on the sound system so that I could hear it in its fullness and
Nope. Cut that bass right
that
out.
bass, I guess.
It's just the low end. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I like my black metal that way.
But for fans of melodic hardcore or like good wordsy hardcore, Defeater's albums streaming.
Yes. Yeah, do we have a release date on that?
I don't have
I
one.
feel like there was one.
Oh
Link in
no.
the description. Or
Yeah.
is that it? PRP 8? No.
No,
Well-
it's not.
We'll post the link to this stream in the description where hopefully you'll also find a release date.
We only do the
Only if you're nice to us.
you know, the utmost in our research.
Very thorough.
Very, very thorough.
Top of the line journalism every week.
On to our main topic,
Studio rats.
Dragon Force.
They're not the only.
Yeah, they're really not the only
Interchangeable.
ones. But it's definitely an interesting topic. It's like the idea of is it tab okay?
Is it okay?
Is it
to
okay?
be Dragon like
all right,
is
you're
it
a
alright
band
to
that
put a
you can
release
write music. You are talented enough to be able to play your instrument and play it
once in a while,
play it proficiently, but
occasionally.
you can't play live. You're just a shit band live. Like I don't know. It's interesting to think about like a band that cannot play live, but
I mean,
they can put together a halfway
Dragon
decent
Force made
single
like
at
a
least.
career out of it, which is why I think it's easier to point it right at them.
Mhm.
But there's been a lot of acts where I would get real pumped to go see them, and I'd get there and it's like maybe they had a bad day,
Yeah.
and the scream was just like not there.
But okay, which would you prefer? Would you rather have a band that like sucks live and they fake it and they like play like a track or
Right.
not play at all?
I think the preferred thing would be to be able to play
You're
what you
fucking
wrote,
yeah.
which I'm all about, and obviously that's what I mainly want.
Mhm, yeah.
But
No,
there has been acts that where I've heard them live and it's not as good. I'll still listen to them. I'll still buy their music.
yeah. Yeah.
It takes a little bit away. It hurts a little bit.
Heaven Shall Burn. I heard their live album. I haven't put them on since.
Oh,
That was
boy.
just really disappointing. Like the dude can't scream.
Mhm.
And then the fact that they recorded that album and gave it to people like, this is good, this is what we could do. I was like, no.
You should shame this away.
Their albums are so cool too. It's just disappointing.
I think with what Frank was saying, as far as, still listening to them, I think it really depends on the severity of how bad they suck. I mean, Dragon Force is notoriously a mess live.
That's probably the worst example to use.
They are drunk.
I mean,
like they deliberately get fucking shit faced before a set, so like
and during.
Yeah, so I mean, like they're a terrible example because they're the
love
epitome of somebody self-sabotaging.
The
Like
Chariot, because they record all their shit live. So when you go see them live, it's like no different.
Yeah,
it's just loud feedback, noise, crunchy, all the time. They don't pretty it up.
you can make that your sound. I don't know. I don't know. I really have a thought to say. It's.
I feel like it's, for me, it's not a breaker of the band, but it's just disappointing.
Mm-hmm. And do you think it's genre exclusive? Do you think one genre
No,
I've seen the hot bars fucking blow wieners on stage.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, okay. Just taking it to like outside of the realm of metal, like Blink-182, right?
Yeah.
Like if you went to a Blink-182 show and Tom DeLonge, not in the band anymore, but like Tom DeLonge was up there just making weird throat noises into the microphone, like you'd be like, all right, it's still Blink-182. Like, even though he doesn't do that on the album.
I don't know. That's a weird situation to throw out there. Just making weird throat noises.
Tom DeLonge scatting.
You know what Tom DeLonge
throat
like
scatting.
I mean, they were
not about to do an
I mean, there's
imitation.
they're entertaining, so they made up for shortcomings by just being funny.
Yeah, and
which is
they're
cool. I mean, whatever.
Most of the band is not the most technical thing ever. I think that's one of the big points with Dragon Force is that what they put out on the record is so insanely technical. Like, can you imagine if you heard Victor Wooten and then went and saw him and he had a hard time with a walking bass line? He'd probably be like, yo, fuck this shit. Why did I even buy his albums?
You're 100% right. You're 100% right.
Or who's that other solo artist that he's like the chubby guy that constantly plays classical?
Like
stupid fast.
Yngwie Malmsteen?
Yeah, would you pay to go
Oh
see
my fucking
an
God.
entertaining show of that guy just fumbling around?
Right, it's the whole.
He's good because he's a robot, though.
When it's your selling point is when I think it really matters.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a pop punk band like Blink-182, they don't have to be that great as long as they're still entertaining up on stage.
And they had a tight show.
That's true.
Yeah, that was just
Arguable.
a random example, but
Yeah, no. But I feel like you're 100% right. When like if you're advertising yourself as being like highly musical,
Bone-crushing shredders.
Yeah, you should be a bone crushing shredder
I
then.
believe at one point they were trying to call themselves the fastest band.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
get out of here.
Through the fire and the
They've
flames.
never heard of Cacophony? Holy shit.
Was
Oh
that
my
Speed
God.
Kills, Michael Anderson?
Yeah, dude. I'm fucking. Jason Becker could probably still shred circles around me as fucking Lou Gehrig's. All right. Fuck. All right. That's funny. Like, it's the ego. You can't have an ego and be a shite band live. I don't know.
Or just don't get so drunk. People are paying
Okay.
money
Like,
to work.
that's,
So.
I want
That's
to know,
true.
can they actually, like play their shit? Like, I understand that they have a history of, like, bad performances, but, like, is that literally every show? Because it can't literally be
It
every
just
show.
became
I've
such
seen
a
'em-
stigma.
I've seen them 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
and 3 times they were sloppy.
Jeez.
I mean, now, granted, when you see, I can't remember their guitarist's name because
Herman
he
Lee,
irritated.
and I know this because of Guitar Hero.
Okay,
Herman
that's
Lee
fair.
And Sam
But-
Tootman. I don't fucking
But
know.
when you see videos of him, when he's showing you how to play this shit, when he's sitting in a studio,
Mm-hmm.
he plays it just fine.
Most of the time.
Most of the
I've
time.
seen some bad ones.
Yeah,
well,
I've seen
they-
him fuck up. In
I
his
mean,
own
look,
fucking
if
thing.
you're playing to that level, the occasional fuck up's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
When your entire live show falls the fuck apart every time,
Yeah.
that's a bit more of an issue. And I think that's some bands, even if they can play it, in a room together, I think there's also a different dynamic when you're live on
Mm-hmm.
stage.
And you're drunk as shit. Like, when I
Yes.
say drunk, they had a girl,
Oh,
and her
no.
job was, at one point, they literally just, like, make a motion, and she comes over with the Jack Daniels bottle, and as they're playing, starts pouring whiskey down her throat.
Oh my God.
Seeing this, I was like, why is this not in my life? But
Was she
Whiskey
scantily
caddy.
clad?
She was quite busty.
Oh,
I
busty
mean,
young woman.
that shit's
Pouring
kinda
Jack
cool.
Daniels straight down your throat.
It is.
If you're someone like Dimebag who could still play his shit
Oh my
after like
God.
5 bottles of Jack Daniels.
Sitting there sipping on your black tooth grin. Oh boy. Pantera. Rest in peace, Dimebag.
Seriously.
Alright.
Another infamous studio rat, Lars Ulrich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was waiting for this one to come up.
When I was gonna say, when I heard that he can't actually do the double bass of Dyer's Eve, I was infuriated.
What's the purpose of the song anymore?
Yes.
And it's, it's very strongly rumored that he didn't even record Master of Puppets. I can't,
Whoa.
obviously can't confirm or
Whoa.
deny that, but when you listen to
Putting
Master
it
of
out
Puppets...
there on the internet, though. That's fact now.
a lot of people, the rumor is pretty strong.
It's known that
But
Yeah, no, I've heard some of Lars Ulrich's dirty feet. He's not.
That's
he's,
when you hear Master of Puppets on the album and then you see them perform it live, it's a pretty believable rumor. I mean, the fact that album's how old now?
older than me.
Yeah, and
Well,
he's,
that was Justice, right? That wasn't. No, that was Master Puppets.
that was yeah.
He just said
Dyer?
Master of Puppets. No, Dyer's
No,
Eve.
Dyer's Eve, yeah.
was
Oh,
Injustice
yeah.
for
Yeah,
All.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But for an album to be that old, even if you couldn't play it when it was released, I mean, you've had like 2 decades to
Honest-
practice, for Christ's sake.
No. Buying private islands takes up a lot of your time.
Yeah, dude.
Mansion shopping? Are you kidding me? That's stressful.
Fucking rich ass Dutch
Shit,
kid.
Tom, can we get a laugh track?
Oh boy. We need like the
Preferably hyenas.
Yeah.
Hyenas from Lion King. Yeah.
Do you ever think about the fact that most laugh tracks, the people are like dead now?
No, I didn't
Those
think
people's
about that.
voices. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Think about
Next
that.
time
I
I'm
believe
watching
that's brutal.
Next time you hear a laugh track. Remember, most of those people are probably dead now.
You guys have got any more on the...
Nah,
Dragon
pretty
Force.
much. I think we said all we need to say about Dragon Force.
Dragon Force and Lars.
It's,
Damn it.
guys, weigh in on
I
the
want to like Metallica. I want to, but honestly, I say that but they're just no. It's
You
just,
should like Metallica. They're an awesome band with some phenomenal releases.
Yeah. It is.
but then they do. But they're like, there's just. You know what I mean? Like, there's all the
Should I even
stigmas
start
and
this
shit
fire?
attached to
No, hold on,
Metallica.
Start this fire,
No.
'cause I don't really...
Because this
Look.
goes back to last week's topic.
Because listen, and now we're getting off topic, but real quick, every fucking 80s thrash band, all of them, whether we're talking the United States, whether we're talking German thrash, when the 90s hit, put out god-awful bullshit albums. Every single one of them, because metal was dying and no one knew what to do. So, to hate on them for that, well, then you better start hating on Slayer, Anthrax, Creator, Destruction, Sodom. They've all had shitty fucking 90s albums.
But
Slayer didn't.
Yeah, Slayer was pretty weak for a good period of time. You know what? They waited
off.
longer. They waited longer to get shitty.
But at a point, like, they redeemed themselves. Metallica, like fucking Death Magnetic, like that album was not.
Their newest album?
That's their most recent
That was
album.
a fuck lot better than...
Saint Anger.
Yeah.
It was a good
But it was
step back in the
still-
right direction.
It was,
It
but
was, but it was also.
it didn't put them on
soulless.
track to me.
It
Yeah.
was. It was
It
the
was
point of letting them still do
100%
this.
soulless.
It's
Yeah.
soulless in the same sense as the new Slipknot album.
Oh,
10
God.
years ago, that shit would have been fire.
If that came
Alright.
right after Iowa, I would have been pumped.
I think we need to cut it
Yeah.
because this is a discussion we could absolutely have on another
I
episode.
totally dig
Yeah.
this.
So,
We'll shelf that for another
a little
day.
bit of a bonus for you guys. But
of a
weigh in on the discussions, guys. Let us know what you think.
Yeah. Let us
on
know.
to
Do you
our-
hate Dragon Force too?
Our favorite part.
Oh, yes.
Into the Pit. This is the segment of the show where we discuss all of the bands that we've been dredging the internet trying to find to introduce to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. This week, I picked an older band, actually. I think they've been around since like 94, 90. Since about
Really?
yeah. I picked the band 3. They are kind of hard to pinpoint, kind of hard to put into a specific category. They're just really, really talented, really musical. The main album that I focused on was The Ghost You Gave Me, and I don't know. It was a really good album. It was really chill. It kind of reminded me of like Mandroid and Coheed minus, I guess, like a lot of the heaviness, minus a lot of the
Almost like early Circa.
yeah,
It's very vocal heavy.
Very
and
vocal
the
heavy.
Vocals are so.
and he just
super
sings
good.
his fucking face off. It's great. And it's definitely in the similar vein of the stuff that I've been listening to, like as far as, like I said, Mandroid and all that, because like they're talented and there's a lot going on at times, and then they can dial it back, and it's just really.
Is it metally?
I'd be honestly hard pressed to call it like metal. I wouldn't really want to call it
like heavy metal.
I definitely wouldn't say that.
Nah.
When I hear the term
Nah.
heavy metal, I think of like Iron Maiden and
Yeah.
Judas Priest.
I just think
It's-
clean vocals.
Yeah, like it's very Circa, like probably Circa's probably inspired by them actually. Like, and the thing that was cool, and the reason I'm talking about them is because of one, they were actually recommended by one of Phil's buddies.
Yeah,
but two,
shout out to Ben.
Two, their heart is all fucking hell to find.
Yes,
and if you
notoriously
haven't
difficult.
heard of them, you should totally check them out. You should totally give them a listen because they've been around for like ever, and it's a shame that more people haven't heard of them. Mostly has to do with the fact that their name is literally just like the number 3. So if you want to look them up, you probably have to like.
We'll
look-
post links for you.
Mhm.
They're easy enough to find once you know what you're looking for
Exactly.
on YouTube. And once you find their shit, buy some stuff. Because
That's
then you don't have to worry
the
about
most
dicking
important.
around on the internet.
That's really, really important. Like making sure you can get like their actual product in your hand, you know, like supporting the band and making sure that they can continue to put out.
Yeah.
It's good.
Because
These
they have a bunch of albums out and they're all really, really good.
They deserve a lot more attention than they've gotten.
Definitely,
So
definitely.
get into them.
Yeah. 3. Check them out.
All right. I got to listen to MGLA this week. And
MGLA or Mgla.
Mgla? I'm just saying MGLA because there is no
Bands that should have more
no vowels other than
A.
the A at the end, not in between all the consonants that there should be. But this was a sweet black metal band, and as I remember, they understood rolling back on the lows. And yeah, what I really liked about it is it had a lot of the things I like about the second wave of black metal, the blast beats, that harsh, cold sound, but they also added some melodic elements into it.
The post-rock siren-y guitar.
It was so good.
Yeah,
It
found myself really enjoying
And-
it too.
a lot of some of the early black metal that I like has that kind of slow riffage going to it and that slow tempo with that cold feeling via like Dark Thrones to Walk the Infernal Fields, and they really captured that feeling in a lot of the songs.
Nerd.
Says
kept
the guy
whining
making
about,
our
"Oh, why isn't it snowing right now? I just
Yeah.
want cold."
I
It's
do.
like, nerd.
I am. Okay.
No, they were
We-
really cool. The band was
Son of a bitch.
pretty damn good. You good on that?
I'm good on
You
that.
good on that? I covered Author and Punisher. That was somebody we had talked about previously together, and I figured it would be good to kind of give them a good listen to again. They are playing at the House Core Horror Fest.
Yes,
Um,
out in Texas.
I mean, if you're a fan of electronic or just kind of like real heavy, crushing, rhythmic-based music, check it out. I think it really reminds me of like what I wanted to see sort of Nine Inch Nails kind of turn into.
Like a really sinister 9 Inch Nails. Like,
Yeah, I mean, but
increasingly
beyond just
sinister.
sinister. I mean, the way that they kind of work with the modulate. I'm assuming a lot of it's digital.
Yes.
I'm assuming a lot of it's modulated, and the gates or the oscillation, it makes it really heavy, and it makes it like a really warm, sort of a distorted, sort of a sludgy kind of a sound, while having that perfect digital clarity. So I'm a fan of good mastering and clear sound. So I love the way that it comes through.
I will say, like on certain tracks, I have tried listening to it on my cell phone, and I feel like my cell phone speakers are crying.
Yeah, too much low ends. They roll forward on the low ends.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's cool because it's on the outside. I was like, let's roll super high on it.
It's almost focused around sort of like roary.
I was gonna say
bassy.
it's so low that it's distorted. It's I like things distorted.
Super jealous of Texas.
They don't deserve it.
We're still waiting on that invite, Texas.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, check them out. Download their stuff and buy it.
Buy
Don't just download it.
buy all of the things.
All of it.
All of it.
Like, that's something I feel like we need to stress more and more. Like, the best way to support these bands going out and buying their shit. Like,
Yeah.
like if you like a band, like, yeah, fucking buy a T-shirt, buy a CD, buy a poster. Like, make sure this band has the money to continue doing the shit you like.
Encourage more
you know?
albums.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go out to the shows, especially.
You know, there's
Bigger
some,
the audience, the more they're going to want to keep
some
doing
shitty
it.
band getting more attention than the band you like. Then fucking get your friends into that band you like and get everybody supporting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Start like fucking get a movement. I don't know.
I agree wholeheartedly. Absolutely.
Bands need funds.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So this week I listened to Crystal Methodist a whole lot of times in a whole little amount of time.
You did a bunch of crystal meth
All at once.
all at once.
All of it.
I mean, it's a
The
quick,
entire-
it's a quick listen, right?
Yeah, they're the only full album they have up clocks in at what, just under 8 minutes, I believe,
Nice.
for like 12 songs.
Perfect car ride.
It's really it's what I miss in a lot of hardcore. Is it's just short, it's abrasive as fuck, and it just pummels you in the face right out of the fucking gates. There's no fucking around. There's no overly extensive breakdown. They get to the fucking point, sometimes in about 30 seconds.
Good.
Shit.
Smaller, newer band from the Northeast. Check them out. We'll post the link to their Bandcamp. I forget what I was gonna say.
Words.
It is
types of words.
It is the shortest album I've ever heard that wasn't grind.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. If you're a fan of bands like Toxic Narcotic and Mouth Sewn Shut and a lot of the early 2000s really abrasive hardcore, well worth checking out.
So we got some fucking tours to talk about.
Fucking tours.
Cool.
Toxic Holocaust and the Lord Dying tour has started or been announced.
Jesus.
we gotta
have
do
so
better
much
at this.
info.
we got to tighten up a little bit.
But it's happening at some point, either now or in the near future.
Yeah.
So
Links
look
in the
online,
description as always.
as
The
always.
power is yours.
Always.
Tom,
Um,
stop flipping us off and do your job.
Yeah,
God
man.
damn it! What are we paying you for?
Underoath has, I guess, reunited and announced the
Mhm.
Rebirth tour.
Which is cool.
Yeah, I grew up listening to a lot of Underoath. That's cool.
I only listened to one album.
Did you hear their like EP? And it was like almost almost black metal.
Really?
Yes. Before
Word.
Only Chasing Safety or
See,
whatever
that's-
the first one was.
That's the album that
I'll have to
I
try and
listened to.
find it. It's kind of hard to find, but it is brutal comparatively.
All right, that's cool.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah. Fucking tickling my peach.
If anyone can help Mike find it, do it in the fucking comments.
Yeah.
'Cause now we all want to hear this shit.
2 peach fuzzes can take place too.
Ooh. So I believe Danzig, Superjoint Ritual, and Veil of Maya
Yeah.
all toured it. That's an interesting.
It's really interesting. The Veil Maya, aren't they like real heavy comparatively to Danzig?
Yeah.
Why? It's,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Danzig's
It's a weird
is-
combo.
He's his own sort of heavy. He's heavy the same way Sabbath was heavy. It's
No,
real
no,
bluesy.
no. I was gonna say that Danzig. It's not the heavy. It's that bluesy riffs.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Mm.
Many a time.
And the
walking-
headlocks. And the headlocks.
Watch out for those fucking headlocks.
Dancing
It's a
motherfucker.
But no, like yeah, I remember many a walk home from school listening to Danzig albums. Just 'cause they're awesome to walk to.
He broods. It's like, yeah, that's what it's about. It's that metal brood. It's like, yeah. But yeah, and then we have Between the Buried and Me, Enslaved, and Intronaut.
Huh.
Huh.
Everyone's
All on tour.
fascinated by these tours.
I'm just
Oh,
enslaved with
what is this?
Between the Buried.
Yeah.
Especially with modern Between the Buried, to me, it seems a little strange. I'll give you
Yeah.
that. Seeing how they've become kind of a straight prog rock band, really.
Fusion
Yeah.
metal. Like, they're so all over the place. It's awesome.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love them to death.
I remember I saw them maybe a year or two ago with Coheed. They opened up for Coheed, and that was weird, but it totally fucking worked. It totally worked, and it was a great show. Like, Between the Buried and Me, they were one of those bands. They just fucking put on a dynamite show.
To be fair, like sometimes like these weird shows are sometimes the best.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it was 3 Inches of Blood, 69 Eyes, and Cradle of Filth.
That's really fucking strange.
Great. One of the best shows.
Wow.
You're getting a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a sampler.
It's cool.
While I'm thinking of it, anybody that likes, video game reviews, humor, very, very cute, crude humor, check out our buddy's channel, Slimeball Steve.
Word. Yeah. Always good to give a shout out. So I think that's pretty much okay. Is that pretty much all we got for the show?
For the most part. We totally forgot to mention anything about it, but Guar is also going on tour.
Word.
So
That's always cool, and I'm guessing they have a new Volvatron already? Or-
not yet. I believe I can't keep track of their fucking names, but it's one of the guys who was formerly Beefcake and now he's something else.
New front.
They've got someone covering it.
Made a transformation. All right, yeah, no, all right. So
Also, is this episode
yeah,
being-
this episode is actually our first sponsored episode. After this, check out link in the description for audible.com. You get
first month is free.
First month is free.
Two discounted books.
Yep,
Start off
and
your collection.
every little bit helps. So if you're really interested, just drop in that code at the end.
For
and
anyone
it'll
not
help the show continue and to put out awesome stuff.
Yeah,
that you
for
like.
anyone not familiar with Audible, because there could be people not familiar with Audible, it's a it's an audiobook service.
Is it just audio or is it ebooks too?
Yeah.
As far is it ebooks? I thought it was just
I thought it was just audiobook.
yeah.
Eh,
That's
Either way, it's still cool.
all right.
So
Hey, I listen to
if you
every
got some good reads, I actually got some good reads. I might be taking advantage of this. Kind of want to finish 1984.
Read
again.
Lovecraft if you haven't.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
my
my god.
fools.
If you are a metal
Learn
fan,
of your impending doom.
if you're a metal fan and you've never read H.P. Lovecraft, you're missing out. Like, it's some of the most dark and brutal stories.
Yeah, for all you pervs out there, there's a lot of weird erotica on Audible too.
You like your squid monsters.
No, there's chintzy romance novels that you got stacked up in your room.
There's one, I believe it's
Don't
called
tell
Milked
me.
on Her Uncle's Farm.
I'll talk about you back there.
We'll get into
Pardon?
that discussion another time.
All right, but yeah, no, audible.com. It has tons of great things for you to listen to and do stuff with. This has been From the Pit. I'm Ron.
Frank.
Mikey,
Phil, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz.
share it out.
See you guys next week.
Ladies.
All right. So just really quick. Sorry,
pointed me
faked you
for?
out. Just really quick though. Wanted to bring attention to the fact that in this past week, a buddy of mine's band, Everything Ever, had their van broken into, like some odd $1,000 worth of gear taken, and we all know the story. We all know it sucks, and it's a problem. They're a really good band, really awesome 3-piece from New York. So if you guys want to support them, they got their stuff stolen in Manhattan. I'm not entirely sure the entire story as to what exactly happened. I know a lot of their gear wasn't in the van, but what was stolen was they had a lot of their drum equipment, everything from amps and guitars. I don't know specific pieces.
A lot of shit.
A lot
It was
of
something
really,
like
really
$6,000 worth of gear.
something close to that, and it's just something that's really shitty, and you hate to hear. And if you wanted to help them out, they have a Kickstarter. Links in the description on that one. And let's try and get these guys back on their feet.
Yeah, guys, support the community always. It always, you never want to hear shit like this. It sucks to be a new band and struggling, and then
Some
you
shit
can't
like this
afford
happens.
anything anyway. You're losing money to go on tour, and then someone steals all your shit.
Exactly.
So show some support. Click the link. Give $1 if that's all you got. But
Yeah.
give something.